It's a standard, and it's got to take place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All praises. Second.
Do that again, man.
I said I won't be nervous, but I'm already,
Alright, soldier, we just left camp. Got about 6 hours before class is over, announcement's over. You nervous?
Probably about 7 hours.
Yeah.
No, I ain't really nervous right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure as time get closer.
Time get closer, you might get a little nervous.
Yeah. My stomach bubbling right now, so you know, there's definitely a possibility there.
Alright.
Happy Sabbath, y'all. All praise. You gotta read it. Amos chapter 3 and verse 3.
Alright, Sean, sis, I have 2 questions for you. So the first one is, how do you feel about the proven process that leadership have set up for us?
I think it's a pretty solid process.
Oh, it's a good process, man. It's obviously biblical, you know, according to the scriptures, so it's got to take place. But in addition to that, it gives you an opportunity to make sure that you don't make any mistakes.
It has a lot of options or resources for advice and counsel, and especially with like the Ladies in Waiting program, we get an opportunity to build ourselves for proving and for marriage as well. So I think it's pretty solid.
Oh, that's easy, man. I would say 2 things actually. First, you gotta have some type of relationship, some type of friendship with the person. The second part of it is that you gotta monitor their works. Not really monitor. Let me correct that. Let me say you gotta be aware of their works. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that they are invested in the body. They're actually doing things to show that they have faith through their works.
The second one is, what advice do you have for sisters that are considering proving or just started their proving process?
For those that are considering proving, don't start if you're not ready. So if you know deep down you're not ready to submit, if you're not ready to do something other than your own thing, then don't get started. Just wait until that time, and if that time comes, I'll praise the Most High. If it doesn't, then continue to do the work till it does come.
What is it about Sister Eliana that made you say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and betroth this sister that she the one for me? Okay. All right. Now, I know I said 2, but I got a third question, so I'm going to hit you with a curveball.
Okay.
All right. What is it about Soldier Bart that you feel that, you know what, he's going to be the right Lord for me?
Book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. Can 2 walk together except they be agreed?
So it says, can 2 walk together except they be agreed? So the 2 is separate, right? But to walk together means that those people have an agreement, that they have an understanding and are able to walk together. Our agreement and our foundation was the commandments of the Most High God. Our structure that we built on top of that was works. So we both agreed when we got into this proving process that the commandments would always be first and our works would be second to prove our faith. Sirach chapter 7 and verse 26.
Book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman.
So in this process, she proved herself to be like-minded, after my mind, right? So she had to go through that process, understand who I was as a man, the goals I had, the plans I had, and then she altered herself to those plans as she should have if she was trying to be after my mind, right? So it says, forsake her not. So that's me making sure that I'm communicating with her what I expect of her and what I want her to be, right? Genesis chapter 26 and verse 8.
Book of Genesis, chapter 26 and verse 8. And behold, Isaac was born with Rebekah, his wife.
This is my sister. But when the king looked at them, he was able to tell from them sporting, the laughter that they had, the joy that they had together, that was his actual wife. And if you've ever been around me and her together, we have that type of relationship. We enjoy each other. We're able to laugh, joke, play, all of those things that are important in a relationship. So last scripture is Sirach 6 and 7, obviously.
Book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
So if thou would get us a friend, so we initially met through painting. She paints. I requested a painting from her a long time ago, and from there we spoke often because she did a lot of work for me. But we established a friendship through that. But through proving, she then became my best friend. She was always about the commandments, even through her trials and all of those things. She had understanding that she still had to keep the commandments, whether she was here or not here. She was fervent in that. So because of that, she has now received the credit of being my wife. So I'm officially betrothed in Sis Eliana tonight.
He knows how to lead, especially me. He knows how to lead me. So the things that he requires of me, they're a joy to me. They're not burdens. You know, I find it pleasurable to be submissive. That's my biggest thing, I think.
That's the reason why I'm betrothed to her.